is 21 minutes after 9 o'clock. And joining us in studio this morning from the Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico, we have board president Jason Garcia and executive director Amy McVay-Tellez. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
How's it going?
How's everybody doing?
It's Happy Monday, right?
Yeah. And it's a holiday week.
Happy.
It's a holiday week, so it's not like a regular
Happy Holiday
Monday.
Monday.
Yeah.
So there we go.
It's like a lot of people are off work this week, and the ones that are working, they're kind of doing maybe today's busy,
Right.
but after today, it's out the window.
And I was just behind Bill Williams and Tina a while ago. If you're listening, hello, that was me honking.
Look, some crazy person keeps honking.
Mike, they were in such a good conversation. I was like, what are they talking about? I want to go jump in the car with them. Hi, Tina and Bill.
Well, every time Bill comes in, because he comes in like the third Fridays for his day job,
that's right,
his county manager, and that's usually McDonald's Friday, but he doesn't partake because him and his wife, they have a tradition where they go out for breakfast every Friday morning. So he goes and has breakfast with his wife.
He's such a gentleman.
And then
good job.
And then they come here. So he never needs food, but one of these days we'll get him on a Friday. So if Tina, if you ever get in the doghouse with him and need to deny him breakfast one day, make it the third one, and then we'll give him a hash brown or something. We'll feed him for you.
Oh, there you
go. But of course, Tina, she's been a lot. Both really, but they've been very big parts of the Historical Society.
Yes.
And when she wasn't running the thing, she's been supporting it and performing with us through Hot Club on the Pecos, their band, which they're almost synonymous with Historical Society.
Sure.
We can't have an event without them now. It's almost like, where's Hot Club? Right? It's not that kind of event. Well, where's Hot Club? Right.
And I'm glad we're talking about that because that's one of the reasons why we're here. Jason and I just wanted to be on the radio and celebrate this year. Yeah. And what all, it's funny to me how you can see the good and things to the bad and things. I want to say that we have really had a great year. Has it been hard? Yes. Well, sure. Heaven's not on earth. That's the kind of board we are. We're going to roll up sleeves. As a matter of fact, let's roll them up.
Literally and figuratively.
And we're literally still working. So one of the reasons why we're on here is to tell people like Tina and Bill. Tina's been off the Historical Society, but her heart's still in there. And I think Bill Williams is one of the greatest historians around. You just have to ask him, and he knows most of the answers.
Yeah.
So thank you to Hot Club on the Pecos.
And I don't know if he's a collector by default, but I know when the county was some of the windows, he was telling me, I think he went and got one of those windows and had a project and everything for it.
He has
there
some amazing pieces, some maps and things
like
that.
Yes. Yeah, let's get you close to that mic,
awesome.
Jason. I can hear you there a little bit better.
He is awesome.
Yeah.
He is,
yeah, absolutely. But you're right. We've had a great year at the Historical Society. I also serve on the board for those that don't know. And the last 2 years, world-wise, it stunk. And there's not going to be a person on the planet who will probably agree with us on that statement. But really, we've made lemonade for this last two. We've had, thanks to support, obviously.
We've had a lot of support. We've had our challenges, but, like you said, we have a very hardworking board, and we've worked through those issues, and we've got a good year coming up.
Absolutely. And I ain't going to lie. The board and everything works well because we have great support.
Absolutely.
Folks not coming out to the heritage dinners and our various drive-through events and things we've had over the last couple years during COVID here. Without your support in those, we wouldn't be sitting here talking about a Historical Society right now. It just wouldn't happen. Without that going on, we probably would have drowned in that building. Who knows what happens to it? But like you said, we've had a great working board. Amy, is working, burning the candle at both ends, doing this stuff here, getting it going, and because of that and the support that the community's had, we're proud to say that I not only say we've survived, but we've thrived in the 2 years.
I would say so. Yeah, absolutely.
We haven't really kept the status quo. We've kind of gotten creative, thought out of the box, and to be honest, getting a tour today at the Historical Society is probably a better experience than it was before COVID.
I would say so.
Yeah.
It's a step up. Now, it doesn't mean we're going to do that forever, but I just got asked that over the weekend. Why aren't y'all open?
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening, get the word out, share with social media. We are open by appointment. We're doing some of the most detailed, amazing tours you could ever imagine. They're customized tours. At times, even John LeMay just shows up, signs books, does all these special things.
I think he's got a bed there in the house. He doesn't. I think he just sleeps in one of them rooms. He don't tell nobody.
We stagger if I'm not there, sleeping over. Okay, John, it's your turn. No, I'm just kidding. But we're doing amazing things, and we encourage people. The house does have some nice decorations. Drive by if you haven't seen outside.
Yeah, come see the beautiful lights.
We'll keep the what little bit of. We've got some great decor inside. Give us a call, make an appointment. We'll keep that until the middle of January.
If the holiday season's here, you got family coming in this week.
Good pictures.
If you're looking for things to do with the family, reach out and call. Say, hey, I'd like to. Can we set up an appointment over this Christmas break to come by, and we'll make everything happen to try to get that done.
We'll do our very best to make it happen before Christmas, but if not, we're not pulling the decorations down right away. So we'll have them up through the middle of January.
Yeah, so
through the craziness and stuff, wait until after Christmas. We're all good. We'll have it.
Yep. But definitely
and do a lot of Christmas shopping. We still have books. We have herd prints.
And the great news is we're local. So you can order it on the website and everything. You're like, dude, I got to put this book under the tree for Saturday. How can you help me out here?
Yes.
And we'll make that happen.
And I will say, do us a favor if you are local and want to do shopping. Preferably do not do it online. Give me a call. Call my cell phone, 575-915-4471.
Sure.
We can get those autographs still.
Yeah.
We can even gift wrap. That's no problem. But give us a call today at the latest tomorrow to get those things done. The office is going to be closed. So give us a call today.
Yeah, basically, if you go on to the RoswellHistory.org website there, and you kind of look at the books and the Peter Herd prints and things,
that's right.
And you're like, ooh, that's the one I want to get. Call us.
Give us a call.
Call. Don't try to order online at this point because it goes that way. Call up or email historydirector@outlook.com. Any of these. We'll get to her to Amy quick here, and then you could say, "Hey, I saw John's book on Billy the Kid. I like it. The title, or hey, I saw a Peter Herd print. You still got some of those? Yes, we do. Come on, if it's online, there we got it, and we'll make arrangements to get it. And like you said, if it's you want Donna or John or some of our other arrangements, we can make those autograph happen for those books. Just out of curiosity, do any of Elvis's books that we have are selling, are any of those available for autographs? Do we have any left of those? Or are they pretty much gone? Okay.
We do.
So if you'd like to make that request.
Some of the treasures are very limited. I think we're very, very limited on Treasures 1.
Okay.
But we even have some autographed copies of Treasures 3.
Okay.
I didn't even realize that.
Oh, wow.
And John and I were coming across things. And how amazing is he? I think he went through and signed some boxes.
Oh,
and
good.
that's just amazing.
So
I don't know how many left.
When they're gone, they're gone.
There are.
That's right. And that's, so obviously there's probably a little bit more of a covetousness to that because it's very limited edition right now on those. But if that makes a great Christmas gift here, if you have a history buff or a book aficionado or just a local buff, it loves local stuff. And these books all make great. Elvis's books, John's books, Donna's books, any of the vocal books, they really read very just well story. They're telling stories. They're telling stories that just so happen to be true and happened here. But that's if you love that kind of stuff, and I'm thinking, pick up one, even if you're like love reading, but you're not maybe a history buff.
Though. You pick up one, you're going to go back for more. That's what happens to me.
I was trying not to tell that's what's going to happen, but that's exactly what's going to happen. Just grab one.
Yeah.
That kind of maybe you're into Billy the Kid or Packer, and look at some of John's stuff. Maybe you're want to know about women of South Eden, go pick up some of Donna's books
they're
here,
amazing.
and then Elvis, who covers the gamut here, obviously. But pick up one of these books and and I think you're going to be like, oh man, and then that's going to beget the next one. Is what's going to happen? Is you're going to, like Jason was saying, you're going to pick that one up and go through. I'm like, oh dang, that was done. Now what do I got to do?
Yeah, there's some great ones in there, and I go in there, and every time it's a hard choice. I can't get them all.
And that's the thing. There's so many wonderful stories here too, and then of course, especially with John and Donna, and them, they're authors. They write books. They have books that also don't necessarily fit in the historical genre that we promote, but they still have their other passions and things. John, off the top of my head, has got you're a Godzilla aficionado, he's got a whole subgenre.
That's right,
because
we only have, I think, about 12 of John's. So if you say, "Oh, I've already purchased all the books that the Historical Study has," give us a call. We'll link you in with John because he's up to 30 books.
Yeah,
I know.
Just said he was at 30.
Yeah,
that's crazy. And
a lot of books.
I think we only have about half of them.
But there's
so we can't keep up with them either.
But even all of them have a historical. Because like when he's talking about like Godzilla and stuff, it's really the history of and just the whole the lore of it, the Japanese side of it, the American side of it. He kind of does a deep dive in all that stuff. So it's very interesting stuff.
While I'm thinking about it, we're running book promotions. If you purchase any book, you're going to get a fun Christmas treat.
Oh, special.
That's going to go through Christmas. It's not happening because you're going to get about a $10 gift included in that. So call us today for that.
Are you still handing out biscuit cheetahs?
Oh, man.
You know what? I incidentally have a couple.
My stash is gone. I'm just saying.
So
they don't last. That's for sure.
Hey, listen, Mike. If you'd like to purchase a book, we'll be happy to throw in a bag of biscuititos.
Something falls off the truck. Let me know. That's all I'm saying.
I think that little bag was just big enough to make it through the meeting.
Right.
That's so funny.
It's the drug dealer's way to do it. Here's a little taste. And then they come in, it's like, hey, you got any more of them biscuit cheetahs? You start there's people like knocking on the door like
late at
like
night.
Crackheads, like, oh, you got any biscuit cheetahs?
And thank you for mentioning that. Thank you to El Toro Bravo Bakery. Thank you. It's become part of like our it's just a given.
Sure.
They're going to be part
little
of
tradition.
That's right.
We started a tradition. We do have gift cards, so if you do not know what book they would want,
let them
get
shop
a gift card.
Yeah.
We've got gift cards. Be happy to deliver one, wrap it, whatever we can do about that. Some fun things while I'm thinking about it. 2022 is looking really, really good. I do believe, thank you, Mr. Luck and the Roswell Independent School District, we got approved fourth grade school tours. Yeah.
Oh, good. So they're back for 2022.
That we are going to be back and running. Haven't scheduled those.
Okay.
But thank you. That's very, very exciting.
So calling all volunteers. If you get involved with that.
That's very important. If you're listening and have been a part of the tours, we have taken a couple of years off. Note a break.
Not by our choice, permanent. By the way.
Yeah. Not
That's
permanent.
right.
Yeah.
No. And then also be looking for information about the 2022 Heritage Dinner.
Awesome. Which
that's really exciting.
Barring Decepticons or Chroma, whatever the next label is, COVID will be.
And it's going to be exciting. So I think we'll have a press release, and that can probably come out in January. That'll be the 40th annual. And let's just put it this way. I think it could be best ever.
I have a little inside baseball, so I know things here, but let me ask this in a very vague, weird way that's going to make people like, why is he doing this?
Uh-oh.
I know you guys had a meeting Friday to kind of lock down information for this. So is our intended all on board and
looking good.
And we're all and they're all
looking
good to go.
Good.
Okay.
And it's looking good for the fall.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Fall-ish,
okay.
Right. That's really exciting.
So it's going to be a big deal.
It's going to be a really big deal.
And because I know who the honoree is and I know everything involved, this could potentially be the biggest heritage dinner yet.
I think so.
Because of the entity in which we speak of it touches every single person in our lives in one way, shape, or form.
I think so.
And you can't avoid it. If you live in Southeast New Mexico, this entity is part of that fabric of it.
Right. You want to be a part of this one. It's really good.
And I think that it's so important for us on the behalf of the Historical Study Board. We just want to remind everybody that, this crazy world that we're living in, history pulls it all in.
Yeah.
You can agree to disagree. I'm going to tell you, if you're living here in this area, you're listening, just be reminding that we're all part of this amazing community, and we're all impacting history in one way or another.
Absolutely.
We would encourage you to impact in a positive manner. We've done some great work with some great organizations, whether it's blood drives, whether it's Community Kitchen, whether it's CASA. We've got great aspirations, whether it's Character Counts and the Amazing Health Council. All these things are pulling it in and working together. So any way the Historical Society can work together for the good. I'll say it. I've said it. I'm going to say it again. We're all in. Nothing's greater than giving first ever scholarships to New Mexico Youth Challenge Academy. Amazing. Yeah. And by the way, I think we're going to have more scholarships than ever in 2022.
Great.
So if you have a high school senior, ladies and gentlemen, high school senior, whether they're in Roswell or in surrounding areas, that information,
Dexter, Lake Arthur,
that's right. That
Lincoln
information,
County.
Southeast New Mexico.
yeah, we've had even applicants from, I think, Mescalero, and I'm like, you go, that's amazing. Even Fort Sumner.
Yeah.
Fort Sumner's represented really well. I've got to tell Roswell,
probably
Fort
a lot of
Sumner and Dexter stepping it up.
Good.
That's
They
awesome.
better watch out, Roswell. You better step it up. You better start getting your pencils and
Get
typing.
your applications in.
And that's actually, that's something on my list of things to do is actually go do a day trip up to Fort Sumner. I've never been.
I was going to say, you can't apply for the scholarship, though.
I can shave down. I mean,
come on.
I got no hair on my legs. Y'all see that? I just shaved the face
You
down. I
do
might
need
be
to take a day trip to Fort
Yeah,
Sumner.
I've as a
I
transplant in New
love
Mexican,
that.
that's one place I've never
Oh,
been,
now,
and I
is
need
that
to go.
right? Oh,
I need
that's
to go up there.
amazing.
Years.
Have you
Yeah.
not?
I've been wanting
You
to
need
go.
to. John and I took a road trip one time
Yeah.
to Fort Sumner. They've got it going on over there.
And
I
I've
hope
done
somebody over
research
there
and
is
even
listening.
kind of planned things. I just haven't had the
Yes.
physical act of going up
Oh,
there and
yes,
doing it
that's
yet.
great.
So,
And that
that's
high
on the
school
list.
is amazing.
Yeah.
Wendy Williamson, counselor over there in Fort Sumner.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, when those scholarships go out, you know what I love? I mean, within the hour, boom, they're replying.
That's great.
And I know life happens, and I know some of us are so busy. That woman is on top of it, and so the challenge is on. I want more applications than ever. That's just going to give me more issues.
Absolutely. And by the way, while we're talking, our area and all that, with the holidays here, use history as that part. We talk about the historical side of things.
Yep.
Plan a trip to Lincoln with your family.
Yep.
Go
Hell
if
yeah.
you haven't been to the town of Lincoln
Yes.
or gone out to Fort Stanton and done anything out there. That's a day in and of itself right there. And,
Yes.
and your family will love it. There's so much
Yes.
history.
And watch our video. Watch our
Yes,
video.
watch our
Put in
video online.
Historical Society for Southeast Mexico on YouTube or on our website, roswellmhistory.org. I don't think we mentioned
Absolutely. Use those for ideas and go to the website. And if you're looking for road trips while family's in town and you want to go do some things that are southeast New Mexico, obviously everyone talks caverns and all. Yeah, great. But yeah, Lincoln, some of here in town at
Yes.
the historical site, our museums here. If you haven't been to the Anderson Museum or the
Yep.
Roswell Museum,
Roswell Museum,
anytime I keep wanting to say an art center, but it's just Roswell Museum now, so I got to stop. But
Right.
but yeah, or the Miniatures Museum a couple
Miniatures.
blocks away. That's part
We
of the
have
Anderson
amazing-
group.
Oh, yeah.
We've got so many awesome things in
We
this
do.
community that
It's an
are in
amazing
your own
community.
backyard, and so come be a part of it. And I'm telling you, if you have not been into the J.P. White House, the museum, call, make an appointment. I'm telling you, you're going to love it. It's a personalized tour.
Mm-hmm.
You come through. The docents really, and because it's personalized, it's just you and your group. So you really, it's your presentation. If you want to know things or go take it in a direction that's a little different, that ask questions than normally the standard fare would be, this is that opportunity. And now obviously we're not going to let you go jump on the furniture and do all that kind of stuff. But as far as learning about what was, different parts of the house or different history of the house or why certain things are in the house, that's, you got your own personalized tour here.
And our volunteers have done a great job setting up different displays, and they rotate those through the
Yeah.
building, and
Keeping them fresh and updated.
It looks really nice.
It really
Yeah.
does.
Absolutely.
Shout out to our Secret Santa
Yes.
in California.
Yes.
Our friend gave us a call and wanted to make sure that our volunteers had a little Christmas blessing.
Yeah. He blessed every one of them.
And we really appreciate that. I tell you that is so important. I'm the only paid employee. Without our volunteers, including you both, we wouldn't be able to make it. And so we can never say thank you enough. And this individual just wanted individuals wanted to just impact their lives a little bit. And we really appreciate that.
He spread a lot of love.
That's
last
right.
week. Yeah.
And on a side note, also we've had a goal to make. We're doing fundraising on our major
Well,
work
the
of
good
the house.
news is we're running out of roofs to replace.
That's
so
right.
after this one,
Thank
I think we're
goodness.
done with roofs
But guess
for a while.
what?
Right?
If you're listening and you stayed up and you get our newsletter, guess what?
Yeah.
There was one more.
One more roof.
We haven't done it yet. So if you've been following us and know that we were at that $69,000, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We surpassed that way long ago, and we're fixing to need a couple of thousand more. We're going to do some minor repairs, right?
Right.
Jace, if you can afford a one-time end-of-the-year donation, let's be very clear.
Sure.
We have worked our tails off. I don't know
Those
how
last
much
minute
more
tax breaks in. Absolutely.
I don't know how much more fundraising we could have done this year.
Sure.
But I will say this: if you're in a situation where you could make a one-time donation, that goal is to meet just to cover all of our expenses. We certainly do not believe many of these are a one-time situation. I know we've surpassed about 75,000 now, Mike. Where are we at now? We've done very, very well. I know we were way exceeding over half. I haven't done the calculations. Loose change drive, it's not too late to bring your loose change. Just got a text about that the other day saying, oh my gosh, you're still accepting loose change. It's never too late for that. But if you are in a situation where you can make a one-time donation, whether it's $5, $50, $5,000,
whatever it is, it helps.
take into consideration, we won't stop until we do it right, Jason?
Right.
Until we get it
we've got
done.
a lot of projects. Keeping up with a historic house, isn't cheap. So
Take your maintenance costs of your house, whatever it is, and I guarantee it's going to be a lot newer than what we're dealing with.
And I give it up to Fred. Good old Fred.
He's amazing.
Fred saves us so much money.
Yeah.
But there are things that Fred can't do everything.
Well, and
between Fred and David, that's full time.
Exactly.
Thank you, Fred and
I don't know what's
David.
going to happen when those guys decide to hang it up.
We're not going to talk about that.
yeah.
They're just going to keep hanging around.
But they really, because it's a historical building, it's a historical
Yes.
national landmark here. Historical landmark here. So even when we do renovation upgrades, there's certain criteria we have to meet. You can't just do modern technology on the roofs and things. You've got to, as close as possible, use the materials of the day, or at least the looks of the day. Even some of the stylings of construction. Carpentry. There's been technologies over years in carpentry and how joints and things are done. So to keep it historically accurate, you've got to build them more that way over there to keep it to the period in which the house was built. Otherwise, if we keep doing updates on it and we do modern stuff, at some point the house is going to just look like your house.
That's right.
Be like
It won't be that special.
That's right.
So that's why. So not only is it maintenance of an old building, but it's maintenance to keep it in period correctness of it.
And many times we can't just do whatever we want to do.
Sure.
That's put
We
on
just
by the
can't slap
recommendations.
a roof on this thing. We got to go and find the material, and then find a roofing company.
That's willing
fortunately, that works with these kinds of things instead of more modern technologies and things like that.
Let me say this too on Christmas decorations. If you haven't drive by in the evening. Want to give some shout outs. The Lee family allowed us to have on loan a lot of decorations that were in loving memory of Sandra Lee. So thank you to the Jean Lee family, Julie Hodges. Shout out to all of them. So when you drive by the wreaths you're saying and the crosses, they mean so much more. That was from that family.
Because it's coming from a family's heart.
It's coming from the family. The candles in the windows were donated in loving memory of my mother and Vivian Okeem. So when you drive by, it's not just candles in the window.
It's hard.
It's intentionally done. The Morning Garden Club did a wonderful job helping us outside. We work hard and work together for the good, but most everything we do isn't just about surface.
Sure. Well,
it's about so much more.
We are the historical society,
We are.
and tradition is part of our mantra, and that's
It is.
in history and the things we do as a society, why we do those things. That's what the historical society is
It
all
really
about.
is. If you want to make
preserving
memorial donations, just got a donation in the mail just the other day in loving memory, celebration of a 65th anniversary.
Nice.
Those kinds of things. Make those donations too. That's a lot of fun. Or just be a member.
And that's the other way too. Here,
just be a member.
where this is kind of coming in a new year, that's kind of our membership drive of the season, where we encourage new members. That's another way to get involved, or maybe
just minimal of
pay
30.
it forward as a gift. Maybe you
Yes.
want to. Hey, I'm gonna as a gift. Maybe you have parents or something that buys everything for themselves, and you're like, I have no idea what to get them. Say, you know what? I bought my parents a membership to the historical
And then you
society.
get a newsletter.
Yeah.
Yes, we've got,
It's awesome.
there's a young kid that wants to be a member of the Historical Society. I think that's really cool, even if kids were members and they got their own newsletter.
Sure.
Again, we're all part of this. Not all memberships are memberships. Some of our memberships are to give back to the community. So we even have a $1,000 scholarship membership. That's going to go right back into the community. So not everything goes directly family, and some of our monies go right back into the community. So if you want to be part of New Mexico Youth Challenge Academy scholarships or our other high school senior scholarships, please earmark that, make those donations too. It is not all about us. It never is.
We're a conduit for many things. Obviously, we talk a lot about that the Hayes family and that trust.
Yes.
And they
Serafinos
are kind enough, them and other families are kind enough to use us as the conduit to help others in the community.
That are still communicating with us right now. Our family is so much bigger. We've got now college seniors, and I'm like feeling old. They can't be seniors already. We just gave them a scholarship.
Well, we're not just promoting history.
No.
We're making history.
We
Absolutely.
are. We are.
Absolutely.
Now, we do not have, and I think, no pressure, Tyler, if he's listening. We do not have a scholarship recipient that has literally come back to celebrate history, but we're sure in the making of that. And that's going to be something golden to put on the radio. Because then I'm like, then we're going to put him through Leadership Roswell and all these things.
He's a product
Connecting all
of everything we've put together. Absolutely.
So I can't wait for the day that we've been putting scholarships in, and then they come back and give back with us. That's amazing.
Sure, and because
awesome.
they understand what's going on and why we're doing it. And that's the beauty of the scholarship.
Yes.
It's a community investment.
Yeah,
it is.
Absolutely.
It is.
And obviously the Hayes family and these other families that are so generous and using us as the platform to get that money to these kids, but at the same time we get to also use it as an opportunity to expose these kids to our history, to our culture of Southeast New Mexico, to all of the things that make up this area, why it makes up this area, and the historical side. Because every one of these kids that go for the scholarships, and ones that get them, and so forth, that they're part of it is being an active part of the historical society, coming and seeing what it's all about, taking a tour, understanding where this money's coming from and why it's part of our community and where it's going, and that's the part you're talking about. They're learning more about our community and investing into our community, and then when they get their degrees and things and go on to be doctors and lawyers and these amazing things, they come back home here and start investing that back into our community.
And they can be proud of where they came from,
And maybe,
For sure.
maybe they come and work with us, but maybe they go to the Roswell Refuge and work over there, or maybe they go work at Character Counts, or they go work
Challenge,
or go work at the Homeless
right.
Coalition or somewhere.
That's right.
They're a part or Humane Society, but that's
We've been working so hard, and one of our mottos around the Historical Society is we have wants and we have needs. We've been so focused on the needs. I think we're hopefully wrapping that up, and I cannot wait to get started on the wants, like more
Less on needs
scholarships,
and more on wants.
history clubs everywhere, every school. One of my personal goals is to have some type of history club at every school in Roswell. We've got them in elementary. Shout out to Valley View Elementary, first ever elementary school history club, getting them in all middle schools and high schools. We've had them in high schools, and we've kind of dropped down on that. The challenge is out at both high schools, too. When we've got young kids in elementary schools.
Over the last 2 years.
But if Valley View's doing it in elementary school, come on now.
Yeah, that's kind of
the more we get involved, it's not just about us, because even through Teen Leadership Institute, that's going to get going in March. Both of y'all are part of that too. I think that's exciting. So it's not just about, when everybody says, oh, we don't know if the need's there, it cannot not be there, because it kind of pulls it all in for me.
Absolutely. Well, I mean,
whatever you're into, sports, music, it all goes back to history.
And at the end of the day, you want understandings and reasons about the things that are going on in the world and everything. Guess what?
You got to connect those dots.
History has that answer. Study, and I'll even go as bold as, you want to know what's going to happen next? Read your history.
That's true.
Read your history. History is very reciprocal, revolutionary, circular. Things I hate to burst your bubble here, but some of the issues we're having today, this is the same stuff they fought over in the 1860s.
It's true.
I'm telling you. It's this. There's a lot of parallels, a lot of similarities.
True.
You've got to,
whether it's the history books or the Bible or whatever, you can look right in there.
Absolutely.
Come on now.
A lot of parallels.
There's so much to look.
So good understand. And then once you understand, then you can talk and work, and we're all going to disagree about stuff, but
you can make a little bit more informed decision.
Absolutely,
for sure.
And I say this every time. We got an election year next year. There's going to be a lot of that stuff going on, a lot of that talk. I don't care who you vote for, as long as you vote informed. That's my thing. You go and research your decisions and you vote because you believe this and that. I'll back you 1,000%. I'm very good with it, even if it's not the person I agree with.
Sure.
But I'm so mad that people go and vote just because they told to rock the vote or whatever it is. I'm like, no, rock an educated vote. Don't go in there and start pulling levers because you can't.
No, go get an informed, educated.
Yeah,
decision.
because. Well, I got to be honest. I think we're sitting in the place we're sitting because everybody rocked the vote and didn't pay attention what they're voting for. But that's another.
It's a different show. But we can work together for the good. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
So any way you can help, and I want to encourage individuals, whether it's a family, including Jason brings his daughter in. She can help. We have the Ackerman family, whole family coming in.
You can't just say Travis. You got to say the Ackerman family.
So I want to challenge in this new year to get involved with the Historical Society because it can impact whether your grandparents, parents, come as a couple. We used to have some couples come, and I want to challenge people, whether it's 1 hour a month. Ladies and gentlemen, we accept that 1 hour a month.
Yeah, every
get involved
bit helps.
every bit, whether it's every penny, every hour. If you said, you know what, me and my husband are just going to volunteer for an hour a month. Hey, we are thrilled with that. We're going to make the best of that 1 hour. So get involved in one way or another and have some fun.
That could have been an hour you're watching Netflix or doing something else, and you chose to spend it with us, and we're very thankful.
Book fair we had so many volunteers.
Yes.
I mean,
that's a good problem to have.
We almost had more volunteers.
People standing around waiting to do stuff. That's a good problem to have.
And then we all stood around so much, and then we bought books, and we all...
Here, read this.
My son's going to be a recipient of some of that because they're standing around so much.
But that
is what it's all about.
Because there's people that have passion. They understand what a great thing that is.
It's a nice problem to have.
Yeah.
TJ or Talissa, she's high school volunteer.
Yeah.
I didn't even invite her. She knew there was an event. She came. She stayed the whole time, and I'm like, come on, some of our board members aren't even here. Talissa's here.
Right. Now, in all fairness, you keep promising food and everything. I think that just gets people, you know what I'm saying? They're like, hey, I'm coming because I know there's going to be like some swag and
if you will work for Biscuititos, we will provide Biscuititos. And that's a good agreement.
I mean, I'm just saying, get more plenty of the oil than the vinegar, the honey and all that.
Hey, we call it blessings, Mike.
You got a lot of honey.
And some come in saying, hey, and I know some of those individuals and what they like. And let me tell you, if it's ice cream, Fred, we're going to bless you with ice cream.
That his weakness? Is that Fred's weakness, is ice cream?
Oh, my goodness.
He got like a
And then if you're listening, it's just once or twice.
So what's his go-to flavor?
He likes, this is a great advertisement. He got me started on the turtle pecan blizzard from Dairy Queen.
That's his go-to jam.
Fred. Thanks, Fred.
So DQ, just show one of those up every couple weeks. That's how we're going to keep him forever.
I'm telling you. Hey, let me tell you, Santa brought him Dairy Queen gift card. I'm just saying.
All right. Well, he's cheap then. All right, we're good.
But man, he does a good job.
He does.
It's worth that.
He can be bought off with blizzards, and we're good to go.
Hello.
Hey, we can even help with the spare change drive and get a couple blizzards for him.
See, if you become part of our family, I'm going to know your go-tos if you're around there enough.
Yeah.
You want to work for a Sonic Diet Coke? I'm telling you, there's going to be a Sonic Diet, whatever it takes.
Yeah, I'm just saying that because that man's almost single-handedly is keeping the building, afloat here. And if it's costing us blizzards, then you know what? That's a good exchange.
It is a good exchange. I'm telling you. It's just little blessings. See?
Very cool. Of course, if you have any questions about anything, including the weird ones about the blizzards, don't hesitate to reach out. Various ways you can get a hold of the Historical Society. Of course, you can send an email. And that's probably the quickest right now is to send an email to Amy, historydirector@outlook.com. You can always go to the Historical Society's website, roswellnmhistory.org, and there. But if you do some shopping there this week, if you find some books and things, just call the Historical Society.
Call 622-8333. Honestly, preferably my cell phone. 575-915-4471.
Okay.
You can text or call that number. Send me a text with your purchase needs or gift
you're
wrapping needs.
You're going to be in and out of the office
I really am.
Week, so that's a little hit or miss.
I'm going to give myself a break.
But if you need to get a book signed or delivered or
and we can give tours for sure.
And if we need to set up a tour here, or even if you're wanting to talk about booking the archive facility for an event here in 2022, and you need to get it done this week, we'll reach out and give us a call, and we'll make that
One
happen.
last thing, if you haven't done your Christmas shopping,
yeah,
we have Peter de la Fuente's newest print available.
Oh, really?
First caller. needs to.
How does that happen? I'm
and
surprised
it's
that thing's not
numbered and
disappeared.
autographed.
Oh.
I think it was an IT glitch that they didn't realize it's available. He donated the second print. It is signed. It is numbered. It is amazing. It is vibrant. It is beautiful. Call us today. That thing will go. It should have already been gone.
I'm surprised, yeah.
622-8333 or 575-915-4471. When we sold his first one, he said, let's get another one. He wanted to help the Historical Society,
That's
and we
great.
can never thank Peter enough for his sharing his talents and treasures with us, celebrating history. That's what it's all about. But we could have never done it with all the support. Thank you to every single person that's helped.
Yeah, his
Penny-
artwork is as beautiful as it is historic. You know, obviously his family connections, his family, his family members.
He could write a book on every print.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But even here's the great part about it: even the techniques in which he paints.
Yes.
It's not even just the finished product is historical.
Yes.
The way he makes the paintings, the techniques, the process he used is steeped in historical
and that
tradition.
comes to thank. Huge shout out to the CAPS program and the RCLT. They made our year amazing too, celebrating what you just talked about by reminding them. So what an honor and privilege it is that they're part of our family, and we're going to be doing things with them for many years to come.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank you guys.
Thank
Merry
you.
Christmas to y'all.
Merry Christmas.
And last minute helps. Historical Society's got you covered.
And we'll wrap it. Deliver it.
And Amy can wrap.
It's going to look good.
Yeah, I can't.
Couple of silent auction items. They're looking good under that tree.
You'd be getting gift bags. It wouldn't.
You don't want me to
wrap
wrap
it. So yeah.
Hey, that's
Looks
just
like
an
the
added
Grinch rolled it
blessing.
up.
So if you give us a call, it'll look really good under that tree also.
Perfect. Well, thank you guys.
Thank you. Merry
thank you.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
See you soon.
We'll see you soon here. All right.